Welcome to a Global Village, and thank you very much for joining us today. We have two great guests today. Desiree Kiana, Executive Director of Francophone Brooks Association in Brooks. And we have our great friend, welcome back, Jeff Garrison. He's the Inclusive Coordinator and HR Assistant Manager at City of Brooks in Brooks. Welcome to the program.
Thanks for having us.
Desiree, could you please tell us a little bit about the new program that you have implemented, Francophone Association in Brooks?
Oh, thank you very much. The Francophone Association of Brooks have too much program in the community, but this last time, this summer, he organized a youth program, and that program was to help them, try to teach them, have some advanced courses in math, French, and some science. So that course just to help youth try to catch up. You know, we provide services to immigrant youth, and some of them, they spend too much time in refugee camps. So they don't have the same level as other youth. So we try to help them catch up and try to let them be at the same level with others when they go back to school in September.
So you're talking about more to homework.
We teach them, like teaching, yeah.
Okay.
So, and apart from that program, we have this summer we start also a new soccer program, but this is different than what was doing before, because we are trying to put together a Brooks soccer team. So this Brooks soccer team, this last summer we participate in two different tournaments, one in Edmonton and another one in Calgary, and the Brooks soccer team did a very good job. We played the final. And apart from that soccer program, where the Francophone Association also organized for the first time a Franco Festival, the Gospel Franco Festival. So this Franco Festival it was September the 13th, and it tried to put an accent on both languages, French and English, in the community, and try to discover more talent maybe hidden in the community, and try to give them the occasion to be and show people in the community how their talent, and try to give a value to their talent.
Oh, thank you very much, Desiree, as always, and welcome
Thank
back
you.
to the program as always. Jeff, welcome back to the program. What's the highlight of the inclusive department at the City of Brooks in 2014 that you think
The highlight. That's a good question.
Canada Day?
Yeah, well, we've done a lot of things, but the highlight specifically for Brooks, with my position, it's not directly related, but I sit on the board of the Newell Regional Expo, and they're part of an event called Taste of Nations. And this year it's part of Alberta Culture Days, and that Alberta Culture Days is days in which the province celebrates its diversity and provincial pride in arts and culture. And what this Newell Regional Expo group is doing is they're creating a Taste of Nations event. It's kind of like Taste of Calgary, Taste of Edmonton. Yeah. It's the third year we're doing this event, and this year we have 16 different food vendors representing 14 different countries. So we have the Brooks Filipino Association, we have groups from El Salvador, Honduras, Kenya, Vietnam, Canada, and the goal with this celebration or festival is to celebrate Brooks's diversity and multiculturalism by celebrating through the use of food, so different ethnic foods. And I'd say that's probably one of the highlights of this welcoming and inclusive program.
That's very good.
Yeah. So it's been very successful in the past. First year we did it, There's about 3,900 tickets sold, and people buy one ticket for $1, and then they take the tickets to the food vendors. So first year 3,900 roughly, and then the second year close to 7,000. So hopefully this year even more. That'd be great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the number is increasing.
Yeah, for sure.
No, that's music and food and soccer games. I think those are the main for most of the immigrants.
Exactly. Yeah.
Soccer game here, I think that's what they call football.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's different. Yeah, one of the things keep coming back is the issue of domestic violence, and which is very sensitive. Do you think because of is it lack of information reaching to families? Is it lack of education in terms of people to get to know how the system works? Is it based on, in your own opinion?
Yeah. Personally, that question, I think it's not a problem of education. I always think about the situation from which those people are coming. So, because we always see that kind of situation coming in immigrant families, and when I think about their situation, this group of people, they came from different refugee camps, and before they reach the refugee camps, they pass maybe more than 5 years, sometimes maybe 10 years in violent situations, in war situations, and where it was not easy. So maybe in our society we still need some services to help those people, because when they come, no one think about that situation, about their history, their past, and we are there to judge people, see, all these people, try to show that this is bad people. But we don't think about their history, we don't think about their past and see what they face in their life. So maybe we still need something to do so that we can help them instead of judging people or try to see the negative what they are bringing to the community.
So what you're saying is based on their past history,
Yeah,
they
the
had
savage-
problems, still flashback problems are still coming back to their
some mental health, which need to be another issue we need to focus on, because even if someone just come, he's working, he's good financially, but there's still this psychological, which need also to be in good condition, which we need health, so that we can have a strong community, so that we can see that people are changing.
Is the same thing that I believe, I'm not mistaken, in Brooks they came up with intervention, which led by, I believe, with what's her name, McCarthy, if I'm not mistaken.
The Divot team, I think you're referring to, the Brooks Domestic Violence Intervention Team.
Isn't that, is that something that you're referring to, for example, to have intervention team or something?
To have intervention team, but we need to go deeper than maybe people see. And when working with those kind of people, you need to have the experience and to have to be able to understand them, because you can just have people working on that team, but they don't understand exactly those people's problem. They are there maybe for job, and that's it. And they don't think about the past of these people. How can we help them? Instead of judging people and try maybe to apply some solutions which are not fitting families. So instead of apply a solution which will destroy family, maybe it will not help people. I don't think that we can go far. I need to find some good solution, and those solutions always come from the understanding of those people's problem.
Okay, so if I understand, then the people that if you don't understand the situation they are in, then you will not be able to have a solution for the
Exactly, you
problem.
can't-
You
you
have to have
can't-
somebody who knows
Yeah, you
what the
can't-
problem is.
You
As
can't help
I see.
someone when you don't know exactly what's the problem. So you need to understand him first, then we can be able to help him. But if you don't understand the problem, you will judge him. And when you judge him, the solution you are going to bring is not the right one.
So in other words, then probably it will need more resource and more focus
Yeah,
for this to be prevented.
yeah, because the solution we try to apply sometimes can worsen the situation than to change it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Okay, so to have people who will understand the problem
Yeah.
from the
From
background.
the root. From the
Okay.
root of the
Okay,
problem.
okay,
Yeah.
the cause of the problem from the root.
Yeah.
Okay, so they will be able to come up with a solution.
Which
Of-
is there to help people.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I haven't been in the intervention committee, I believe, which I know that's established in Brooks area and County of New York. But I haven't not been into any of their meetings. But I would imagine, or I was told also, that that's how they do intervene families before the whole thing collapses. They prevent things or they intervene situation where it's needed. And I think they attend to the houses, I don't know, or they call them to office and then try to intervene issues relevant to this. Have you been one of their meetings then?
No.
I haven't either, but I'm sure if you talk to our Staff Sergeant Tom McNulty with the RCMP detachment, he'd be more than happy to talk about it. I've heard that they're up for an award at the AUMA convention that's happening this fall, and for all the good work that that specific team is doing. So it's either the AUMA convention or a BAMF one, but I know they're being Brooks's Divot team is being recognized for an outstanding achievement award. So
Oh,
yeah.
there you go.
So they must be doing something right.
If they receive award, they must be doing something
Yeah.
that they have earned to receive.
Yeah, doing something, but it's better to. It's not only important to do something, but it's better to know how we do it. How we do it. Is it improving the situation, or is there any change or not? That's the question people need to ask all the time. Yeah, because sometimes maybe we can think, we can see about numbers of people. Maybe sometimes we don't know. We can tell us that those people, they didn't change, but they are somewhere in jail for 1 year, and in the community we say, oh, the things are changing. You see. But when those people come back, what are you going to do? So we need for sure to understand if exactly there is the change, and how exactly are we going to have that change. So
Okay.
still
No.
have too much questions about that.
Yeah. No. I think you have said well said, and I think that's as Brother Jeff. I think will get and link you with Staff Sergeant McNulty, Tom. So then maybe once you attend one of the meetings, then you will attend more. You will understand more of their how they
Yeah,
do
we
things, and then
speak-
maybe you can improve.
In our community, we speak about inclusion, but I'm sure it's like we still have a long way to go to do that, so that we can reach that, because in that kind of committee we still need to have a diverse committee on it, where we can be able to have some people in the committee understanding each part of the population living in Brooks. Yeah, because for sure I still putting too much accent. I still put too much accent on the way to understand people. Who is able to understand, who is not able to understand. Because I always think about, as I said before, someone just spent all his life, maybe he's 40 years old, in a violent situation, so he doesn't know exactly another life than that. How are you changing that kind of person? How are we working so that that kind of person can change? He can't change in jail. He can't change in violence, so that because sometimes you can apply a solution, and the solution you apply is another violence again. It's worse his situation than improving his situation.
Yeah, but again, coming back, I think it's healthy to have the committee diverse, and I think that is something that be possible if you attend one of the meetings. I think with Tom McNulty, and we'll make sure that Tom receives the message, because it's healthy for also to get a different perspective what Desiree is talking, because if you don't understand the background, Jeff, of the individual, then you won't be able to come up with a solution. You might be able to understand, segment of the community, but this other segment, if you can't, then the solution will be based on something that cannot be achieved, if I'm understanding correctly.
Yeah, personally, I give you an example. I am from the Congo, the Democratic Republic of Congo, and my region, which is the east side, we just spent 20 years in a war situation. So some kids who have born, they are now 18, they are now 20 years old. They don't know any other life than violence. So how do you deal with that kind of person? How can you help him if he came here in Canada? That must be the question. How do we deal with those kind of people? And we have a good number of people who face those kind of situations. How do we help them?
So they were product of a civil war, or
Yeah.
product of a war zone.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're saying. They born there, they grew up in a war
All
zone,
their life.
and then they came here.
Yeah. How do you deal with those kind
Then
of
they
people,
came
and
to
how
welcome.
do you help them?
We will say welcome to Brooks and Newell County.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
And then hand them off to Desiree. But you're right. You need to find a way to engage them and somehow relate to what they have gone through. And I think, I'm not 100% sure about what exactly the Divot team does, but they could be doing that, and I can definitely connect you to someone on that committee. But again, it's finding a way to engage them and relate to what they've been through.
No, that's a very good point, what Jeff Desiree mentioned, and I think that is the number is not decreasing and will increase more if we, especially he's talking about from the point of the immigrant population, if that's what he's talking about
Exactly.
in general. So I think you to get and connect him to the committee, they will benefit from this his view based on things that happened in the past, which relate to the problems that we have today in society, and they will benefit from him. And I think he will be an asset for the committee, or to observe, also to listen from his perspective. I don't even know the compose of the committee, so I think Jeff will be able to find more, and Jeff will be able to connect to you to that situation. But what do you think, Jeff? The same thing that I was asking both Ron and David was the advantage of diverse populations, such as the ones we have in Brooks County of Newell.
A lot of advantages you can see on the surface, and what I mean by that is when you have different groups come in, they bring with them their different ethnic foods, their cultural dress, things like that you can definitely see. For example, in Brooks, we now have the Mango Tree, we have Nico Sushi, we have a lot of other great restaurants that are based on the success of the immigrant populations coming to Brooks and them going to those restaurants as well. So they bring a lot of on the surface things, and then you have newcomers help out businesses as employees. JBS relies on newcomers extensively. They just bring a whole new perspective to Canada as well. Just in general ideas, you can relate that to business, social activities, things like that. So I believe the benefit is outstanding and extends across multiple different areas.
Okay, no, thank you very much, Jeff. Desiree, how you think we can attract more people to Brooks County of Newell?
Yeah, attracting people to Brooks, too much people always first think about job, about family's life in the city. So that means the kids at their schools, at their job. Those are the thing we need to think about. So speaking at my side as Francophone member, so when I ask someone to come to Brooks, the first question I ask, do you have any French school? Because they still need their kid to go at a French, to have the education in French.
I think we have one.
Yes, yes, it is. And the next question will be, do you have a recreation center? Do you have somewhere the kids can go after school? Do you have some good programs in the community? So, and Brooks may be still answering, we still have positive answers about those questions. And at the end, we ask if there is a job. But job can be maybe even the first question. So, yes, we still have job, but it's not enough because we only have our big employer GBS, but maybe people need more than that. Yeah.
Okay. In terms of recreation, I believe we do have Lakeside Leisure Center. We have the arena.
Yeah, you have the Centennial Regional Arena and the Lakeside Leisure Center. They are just recently a news release went out that they are expecting to build the new part of the Lakeside Leisure Center. I believe that's going to start at the end of the trade show next year, so somewhere around April or May 2015. They're going to start, and they have plans for a soccer center. Adding on, the library will now be in this facility, and a couple other things that they're going to be doing with the new facility. So it should be pretty nice facility.
Yeah. So I think 2015. I think after the show, I think they will probably be starting the Lakeside Leisure Center expansion, I believe.
Yeah, they'll need to
Soccer games, inside soccer games.
Yeah, they'll need to demolish the old Centennial Arena, which is currently being used for indoor soccer, and then they'll move that and start building on, I guess, the library and the brand new arena.
Yeah, for soccer games, inside soccer games.
Yeah, that could help too much.
Because I think we have one in Dutchess.
Dutchess currently doesn't have one. Theirs burnt down, I think, last year. They do have plans to build a new one, though, and I think the ground is already being broken for that, and building may have already started with their soccer center.
Okay, so that's inside soccer. So we will have two of them.
Yeah.
We will have one in Dutchess, and then
Dutchess.
we will have one in what do you call in Brooks. So that will be at least two in the county. How is the French school coming? Do they have? I've been last time was a couple of days ago for that breakfast for learning. They have roughly about 90 students, I guess.
Yeah, the school is doing good. Yeah, we always have more new students coming every year, and they are not only coming from French families, Francophone families, but also some people, some families, even if the dad and the mom, they don't speak French, but some families still interested to have their children go at the French school, which is a good thing in our community.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the kids will be bilingual.
Exactly, that's very good.
So it's from K to grade 12, I
To
think,
grade 12, yeah.
in French.
Yes, in French.
Wow, that's good. I think at least kids will have an option of bilingual language and all that stuff. Yeah. What do you think, Jeff? The good message that you might have for the students to stay in school.
A good message. The message is, I guess, schools. It's pretty hard. It only gets harder in university. It's a lot of fun in university, though, but it gets harder. And a recommendation for any university students would be do a practicum get some real life experience while you're in school. It'll pay off a tremendous amount when you get into the actual real world of business. So just stick it out and it'll pay off in the end for sure.
And high school kids to continue completing the high school.
Yeah, for sure. They should keep at it and focus on whatever interests them, whether that's trades or business or whatever interests them. They should just keep at it.
Desiree, how best you think immigrant parents to engage their children at school? That's one of the difficulties for schools to engage the parents coming to the school. How will you be able to encourage them so they will be able to go to the kids' school?
Yeah, that's still another big issue in our Brooks community, you know.
Really?
When we have our only big employer like GBS, and where people spend the most of their time, and the job is not easy as we can think. When some parents just come from work, they are too much tired, and it's very difficult for them like to help their kids do their homework, or or maybe just go participate in a meeting at school. So that's still another big issue, but we still need to encourage parents, maybe through meeting, maybe we still need to talk to them and show them how important it is to be involved in their children's education.
Yeah, that is the most important, is because regardless if they are with JPS or City of Brooks or maybe Tim Hortons, they still, we have to encourage them to attend schools for their own children, because if you don't, then the value of education of the kid will not be same as if you don't attend and then listen from the teacher. So I think also comes to language and cultural issue also. Sometimes immigrant parents don't feel like going to the school because of language barrier.
Yeah, maybe some language barrier, maybe the way they grow up also. That's their past. That's still another big challenge, big problem. So there is too much aspects anyway. Everyone has a past, his past. So you always do better what you know you can do. So if you don't know exactly that, being involved in your children's education is very, very important for their future. If you don't have that experience, maybe yourself you never go to school. So you see, there's still too much thing to do so that people can understand how important is that.
No, I could not agree more. I think you said well enough. I think parents have to attend, and we have to encourage them to attend. That's the bottom line, and we hope they will be able to go and attend. So that comes again more resources to the organization, so they can help the community to achieve that. Thank you very much, Mr. Desiree, for everything that you're doing for the community, and we hope that we will see you more involvement in the community, and Jeff will connect you to that group of people, so at least you will be able to express your view on them, because we are here to help the community. That's all it counts.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming to Global Village. Thanks, Jeff, as always, and thanks for everything you're doing for the inclusiveness of Brooks and Kant of Newell, and definitely we will be attending the Taste of Nations. Maybe we'll come to your vendor area if you're cooking the food.
I wouldn't count on that one.
There you go. There you go. Thank you very much. This is the end of Global Village, and thank you very much for joining us today. This is Ahmed Kassim, your host of the program. I would also like to thank Newell County, City of Brooks, Medicine Hat College for making possible this Global Village show to continue. Until then, take care and have a great day.